we finish today. Let's see if there are any questions.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. Hong. Thank you for joining us today. Let me make an introduction about Mr. Hong. Mr. Hong, he is I already made the introduction for beginning, actually. Mr. Hong is the founder of GDGS Beauty Training Center, and he's giving a lot of trainings to the Chinese doctors and beauticians in a very professional way. And we have many offline trainings here. So, Mr. Hong, I have one question. Based on our topic today, I want to ask, like, I remember last time when we were giving online training to a customer from UK, she was asking you when she wants to do the treatment with the CO2 laser and how to adjust the distance between the spots. Can you give us the answer and share with our audience today?
Okay, yes. I do remember that somebody, because they want to have a skin rejuvenation treatment on the face. So many people, they are very confused of how to master the spacing for a dot by dot, because a CO2 laser is in scanning mode when treatment on the face. But the spacing between one dot to another, I mean the CO2 laser, the laser dot, is very critical, very near. And typically, we use a skin rejuvenation dot spacing is about 1 millimeter. If the spacing is shorter, then that space will be very cautious, because it will hurt your skin for the epidermis. Sometimes will cause maybe burnings, and maybe sometimes the hyperpigmentation after treatment. So typically we use 1.0 millimeters on the spacing for skin rejuvenation. But if the patient's the age is older, for example, older than maybe 45 years old, you can use 0.8 millimeters for skin rejuvenation. And if you use for treatment on scars or maybe acne, the spacing can be even less, even smaller, maybe, but we actually use it larger or bigger than 0.6 millimeters. Any space less than 0.6 millimeters will be very painful and harmful. But less than this spacing, you will find that very safely. So at this point, safely, we usually use 0.8 millimeters for safety treatment. And if the treatment target is for acne, we can use 0.6 millimeters. And for normal, because maybe sometimes a patient, the age is about teenagers or about maybe 30 years old, you can use 1.0. At this spacing, we can use 1 pass or 2 pass. But for the chin, you know that this part of chin, either side of the face, you can use 2 pass for the treatment for the best result. But at this point, the part just under your eyes, because there are sometimes we can find there's plasma or melasma. We mean that the PIH or some kind of pigmentations, we can be carefully. You can use only 1 pass. I mean to use one time on this part. And on the forehead, this part, because the skin tissue is very thin, not so thick. So you have use one pass and you can reduce of the energy power, the power energy of the CO2 laser. Maybe I usually use 2/3 of the power compared to the part of the main part of the face. It's be safer. So you can remember that 0.8 and 1.0 millimeters should always be considered as a safe treatment parameters. And another very important parameters is your power output of the CO2 laser. We usually use 15 or 20 watts for the treatment, and you can use maybe 1 or 1.5 milliseconds for 1 dot on the treatment. So thank you very much. Ideas, everybody?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr.
Hello?
Hong. Thank you. I think that's fine for our public course for today. And if you have any more questions later on or in the future, and you can also contact with us, and we'll help you to reply all your needs based on this industry. So thank you very much for all of you for attending the course today. Okay, so see you next time. All right. Bye bye. Bye bye.
See you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.